Yo, what's up guys, welcome to my humble YouTube channel where I bring you fanfiction that will brighten your days. Before we start, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and don't forget to leave a like and ring the bell icon so you won't miss exciting new fanfiction stories. 2022 Write Rimuru X Data Live by Yazu_U Chapter 3, Darkness Spirit. Calm down and look, Rimuru said, causing the girls to turn their heads. As soon as the flames dissipated, Rimuru slipped away while the girls were focused on their comrade. He disappeared in a flash, creating a small crater as he returned to the space that was part of him. Rimuru wasn't sure what this place was, but he knew it was his own realm. He imagined the Jura forest, and it reconstructed itself in his mind. It's not even been a year since he was thrown into this other world. Rimuru already felt emotionally saddened, nostalgic for the familiar scene. He explored the illusory forest, filled with rabbits bouncing and running, birds flying. Despite the lively scenery, Rimuru knew all of these creatures were fabrications, willed into existence in this strange place he commanded. He gazed up at the vibrant azure sky, deep in thought. What were those capabilities? He felt as though he possessed more of those peculiar, unfamiliar skills. There was also a subtle shift within him. He clenched his fist, opening and closing it, trying to discern what felt different. Focusing his senses, he detected a pulsing sound that he had not felt since his reincarnation. A heartbeat? He muttered, filled with confusion. Placing a hand to his chest, he felt the steady pulsing, a sensation utterly foreign to him. Alarmed, he quickly attempted to revert to his former slime state, but nothing happened. It was as if he was irrevocably locked into this new physical form. Summoning a mana blade, he sliced into his skin, watching as it rippled with blood. A sight that should have been impossible for his previous gelatinous body. Beneath the surface lay flesh, not the expected blue slime. Though his passive skill neutralized any sense of pain, he could still feel the cut, just without the accompanying discomfort. I have a human body, he breathed, his mind racing with bewilderment at this unexpected transformation. His thoughts were clouded, wondering what could have changed his body, or had he been reincarnated again? In a way, yes, he had been reincarnated once more, though he didn't know that. Wait, if I have a human body now, he said, as he reached up and felt a small bulge on his chest, breasts. He flushed red. No way. Wait, maybe these are just man boobs, he tried to calm himself. But that seemed unlikely. Most men with man boobs are overweight or have taken pills, and he didn't remember taking any. Plus, he was still pretty thin, just like before. He could imagine himself in this new form as a trap, a male who appears female, but he wasn't entirely sure of his current gender, only just now noticing these physical changes. As he thought about it, he suddenly realized he was completely naked. Memories came flooding back of fighting those girls, while also being naked. Overwhelming embarrassment clouded his mind, and he let out an embarrassed scream. No. Kill me. He shook his head frantically, the images of his naked form fighting playing vividly in his mind. The only thing covering him were monoparticles, which covered almost half his body. But even with that partial coverage, it was still deeply embarrassing to the core. Location: Ratatoskr headquarters. Katori bursts into the meeting room, Shido trailing behind her. All right everyone, listen up, we have a new situation on our hands. The Ratatoskr staff members turn their attention to Katori, their current commander. This new spirit has been dubbed the Darkness Spirit after its display of powerful eerie dark flame and chaos-like abilities during the confrontation with the Ast. And according to our analysis, it's ranked as an SSS level, just like the Nightmare Spirit. That's correct. The readings on the Darkness Spirit's Riryoku are off the charts. It managed to escape the Ast engagement unharmed. Not only that, it's not even using its astral dress, Rain explains. Shido puffed red as the record of the match plays, revealing a butt-naked Rimuru. Katori scowls as she slams her fist on the table. Damn, this is going to be a tough one. All right, we need to be extra careful in our approach. She then turns to Shido. You'll be our best chance at making contact and sealing this spirit's powers. Shido gulps nervously, face paling slightly. I'll do my best, but an SSS-ranked spirit? That sounds incredibly dangerous. Katori glares at him intensely. You don't have a choice. She jabs a finger at him. We need to neutralize this threat before it causes any more chaos. But don't worry. Gesturing to the staff members. The team are on standby in case something goes wrong. But despite all this, Shido still feel a bit reluctant. Last time the staff wasn't much helpful. Rain places a reassuring hand on Shido's shoulder. That's right. We'll be ready to intervene and provide backup support if needed. Listening to this, Shido smiled. Katori nods firmly. Good. She turns to address the group. Remember, our top priority is containing the darkness spirit. Narrowing her eyes. We can't let it run rampant and cause even more destruction. Let's move out. The Ratatoskr staff spring into action, with the teams on high alert as they had all their detecting machinery active at high level. Once we find the spirit's location, we will contact you. Toka is waiting for you. Stay alert, Shido. Yes. With that, Shido teleported back to his house. As this unfolds, Rimuru grimaces at his current situation. A single glance is enough to realize she was turned into a girl. After taking a moment to recover, Rimuru's first concern is the matter of clothing. She does not have any clothes, and walking around naked on the street would be extremely embarrassing. This is unlike when she was in his slime form before, where she could move about freely without clothes and not draw any unwanted attention. I suppose I should get some men's clothes. It doesn't really matter what I wear, Rimuru thought. The idea of wearing men's clothing with a woman's body doesn't seem too bad. The next moment, Rimuru's mana manifested the desired clothes, much to her amazement at the convenience. However, she notices that the energy dancing around her feels slightly different from what she is accustomed to. Shrugging it off, Rimuru decides not to dwell on it, as there is no one available to provide an explanation. Raphael, her partner that was once a part of her, is no longer present, which saddened her greatly. How do I get out of here? She wondered. Remembering how she got out last time, she just willed it. So then, she slowly calmed herself and willed herself to be free from this space. But remembering the large damage she did before, just to be safe, she tried hiding her power, absorbing it into her body, which seemed to work. When the space collapsed, what revealed in her eyes was a beautiful green forest marked by the battle before, cut trees laid down and the land massively damaged by the power she had no knowledge of obtaining before. First things first, this time with clothes on. She strolled around the forest, walking forward towards the visible city she saw. The girls from before were also gone, and this time she didn't cause any massive destruction. Seeing how modernized the city was, Rimuru changed her clothes into more casual wear, a pair of pants and a hooded jacket. Now what country is this? She thought, it would be better if she was in a world similar to Earth. If possible, she hoped she had landed somewhere she knew or was accustomed to. As she hurried over, she reached a straight road, surrounded by the forest. There were barely any vehicles passing by, so she walked confidently at her normal pace. Ever since she became a slime, she didn't feel physically tired, but with a human body, she wasn't sure. One way to find out is to test how far she could go, and so she walked the long road, eventually reaching the city. A bustling city street filled with people. The cars and the buildings evoked nostalgia. It felt like she was back in Japan. Just as she relished the feeling, someone called out to her. Turning around, she saw a young boy in a school uniform, with blue hair and brown eyes, wearing a friendly smile. Hello. He meekly called.